Y'all, first of all, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year to you guys. Happy New Year. I am a little sleepy and tired. I just woke up from a crazy ass nightmare. And I was going to do this video last night, but I said, no, let me go ahead, get my rest, which I did. I had some crazy nightmare last night. I'll tell you, I'll come back at the end of the video and tell you guys about my crazy nightmare because I want to go ahead and get into this video. I don't want to waste you guys' time. So if I feel a little sleepy, look a little drowsy, it's because I literally just woke up. Happy New Year, Nene. Good morning. I literally just woke up probably about, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, you guys. So I'm like, yes, I get to do this video because I wanted to do this video, like I said, last night. And I was introduced to the idea to do the video from a comment that was made on another video that I made. And the video that I made the other day was about the death of Erica Garner. You guys know she died the other day from a heart attack. She's the daughter of Eric Garner. Very serious stuff, right? But no one is talking about it in the conscious community. So this video is going to address some things that have been going on in the conscious community that I really wasn't aware of until someone came to my video, to my post, and they brought it to my attention. Some issues going on right now in the conscious community. It's very unfortunate. Yes, very unfortunate. Very sad that happened to Erica Garner. You know, and I believe that it all happened as a result of too much stress dealing with her father's death, wrongful death. He was killed and shot by, not killed. Now, he wasn't shot, but he was strangled to death. We have so many killings by the police, right? It's so common. But he was actually strangled to death by the police in New York City. So given all of this stuff that's going on, right? All of this stuff that we have going on in the Black community between ourselves and the police, it's just too much, y'all. We are stressed out. Look, it's killing people. Erica Garner, she was only 27 years old when she died the other day. Meanwhile, we have 3 clowns. And don't get me wrong, because I love every last one of them. But somebody has to do this video. And that somebody is going to be me. I'm like, nobody has went to these guys and talked to them and let them know that their behavior online is inappropriate. You cannot do this when you're a leader. We're going to get into talking about all of this. So if you guys are familiar with Dr. Johnson, Umar Johnson, and it's still early for me, you guys. Like I said, I literally just woke up like 10 minutes ago. Got up, brushed my teeth, washed my face. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and do this video. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. That's how important this video is. Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and Tariq Nasheed. Y'all, it's sad. No one has went to either one of these guys to let them know that their behavior online is just absolutely inappropriate. And like I said, I didn't know anything about what was going on between these 3 men until someone commented on my post the other day and was like, yeah, like the drama that's going on between Dr. Umar Johnson and Tariq. I'm like, stop it, stop it. I thought this guy came on my post to start some drama, to make up rumors. So I told him, I said, stop it. Get off my post. I don't want to hear it. And I kind of still really don't want to hear it. But I feel like this is an issue that needs to be addressed because this is pathetic. This is really pathetic. We have 3 bright, intellectual men, smart, wise men. They're conscious men in the Black community. For you guys who aren't aware, conscious. Let me just talk about that for a minute. There's this movement going on. I know you guys are probably already familiar with the conscious movement. And it's like, no wonder why we get so much slack, right? We get so much, people are really attacking the conscious community now because it's not a good look for the conscious community. But to be conscious is simply to be aware, to be woke, to be awake, to have your eyes open, to see what is going on in your surroundings from a political, from a socioeconomic standpoint of view, especially from a political point of view. It's just to have your eyes wide open, to see what's going on in society. We should not be asleep. We should not have our eyes closed to what's happening in society. Because a lot of times I think we try to turn a blind eye because it's ugly, it's painful, it's sad, it's frightening. So a lot of people turn a blind eye to these injustices, all of these murders that happen by the police or killing Black people in the community. Peace and blessings, divine. It's sad. Good morning, Shay Chiller. It really is sad. And I think that it's really a survival mechanism to turn a blind eye to these killings. Hundreds of Black African Americans have gotten killed over the past several years because of the death. You know what I'm saying? They have gotten killed because of injustices, racial injustices. Excuse me, you guys. Like I said, it's still early for me. I literally just woke up. But I feel like this is on my heart. I went to sleep with this on my heart and I woke up with it on my mind. I said, let me go ahead and do this video because this is ridiculous. I'm just hoping that somebody can go. I don't know who's around these three men, Dr. Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, and Dr. Boyce Watkins. I don't know who is around them, but this is the first day of a new year, 2018. And I'm just hoping somebody who is around them can go and talk to them and let them know this is just inappropriate. If not, I'm doing this video and hopefully they can see this video. Because like I say, I love and follow every last one of them, all three of them. And I've done some research and I see what's going on. And it's ridiculous. And I'm going to talk about it in this video. I've been following Dr. Umar Johnson since 2014. That's actually the same year I met my ex in New York City. And we, actually that's our first date. That was like literally our first date. We sat down and we watched the Hidden Colors series together. He had all three of them, I think, at the time. All three documentaries. Now it's 4 documentaries, 4 series that's out. One series, but it's 4 parts. Sorry, guys. And for our date, we sat down and we watched very intently, very passionately. We were really watching these documentaries. Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. That's how I was first introduced to Dr. Umar Johnson. When I was watching it, I'm like, this man is the truth. He is speaking head on to the issues affecting the Black community. And not only that, but talking about he's doing it unapologetically. He's talking about the white supremacy. Happy New Year's. I'll be in LA in a few weeks. Maybe we can link up. In a few weeks, I'll be back in class working towards my PhD, continuing my studies. But Dr. Umar Johnson, he stood out. He stood out in the documentary, right? Because he was speaking some very powerful stuff against white supremacy. Really trying to encourage Black people to appreciate their identity and most especially their history. Because if we know where we come from as African Americans, we can know who we are and then we can know where we're going. So Dr. Umar Johnson, his life has been dedicated to raising awareness on our true identity as African Americans. It's so important that we know who we are, especially from a historical standpoint of view. That's his whole purpose, his mission, his life has been dedicated to that. He is an orator, he's a lecturer. Tariq Nasheed is the producer of the Hidden Colors series. He's the one that paid for it out of his pocket. He provided the funding for it. He produced the series. And I find it so sad. I watched the videos. I don't know if you guys have watched it to see what is going on with these three men. But please share this video with your friends because we got to get some more input on this. I know you guys are enjoying your holidays. You're happy it's a new year. That's great. But this is an important topic that we need more people to contribute to this discussion because it's so important. What's happening in the conscious community and the African American community is sad. We have 3 leaders who are at war with each other on some petty drama. You know, they're not themselves right now. I titled this video 3 Black Conscious Clowns because right now it's literally a circus. Unfortunately, it literally has become a circus with these men. All of them have a platform on social media, you know, and up until now, they've been using it for a good cause. But it just goes to show what can happen when you get caught up in the drama, because we know that social media is driven by drama. We know people are attracted to drama. People love drama, right? It drives views on television. And so because these 3 men have this platform and this following, they're using it in a wrong way. They've gotten caught up in this mess. And no one has taken the time to tell them, stop it. And if they have, I would imagine that someone has went to one of these guys and told them this is not right. You guys should not be fighting, especially on social media, you know, in public like this. They have these issues with each other, and I'm going to get into talking about what their issue is. It's just sad. Like, it really saddens my heart. It breaks my heart because people look up to these men. They are leaders in the African American community. Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed are all leaders in the African American community. But now people are starting to question, like, who are they? Why should I follow them? Especially when they're acting like that. They're behaving like that. Dr. Umar Johnson released a video. He went live, I think, on Instagram, but now it's like the video is all over social media, on Facebook, it's on YouTube. He's just going off on Tariq Nasheed. Going off. And we're talking about 2 men who were business partners at one point. As I said, Dr. Umar Johnson was a part of Tariq Nasheed's Hidden Color series. They worked together. Tariq Nasheed hired Dr. Umar Johnson to be a part of it. From what Tariq Nasheed said in his video, that he paid Dr. Umar Johnson $500 per series to be a part of the series. Not only that, but he also donated to his campaign. For you guys who are not aware, Dr. Umar Johnson, he is a school psychologist in Pennsylvania. So he assesses children for cognitive disabilities. He assesses their cognitive functioning. He does intelligence testing to see where they're at academically. He does consultations for parents. And he's a good guy. I still love him. I'm just upset at the way all 3 of them are acting right now and all 3 of them behaving right now. It's just sad. It's not a good look for our community. He was featured on Tariq Nasheed's documentary, Hidden Colors. Tariq Nasheed, he is also a conscious guy. Now, he makes the claim that he's not a conscious leader. So his intent is not to become a leader and have people following him in that regard. But people do follow him because he has a place in the Black community. He's a documentary filmmaker. That he makes documentaries about things that are relevant, that things that are important to us, things that we should know about. You guys should go watch the Hidden Color series if you haven't seen it. It's a very powerful documentary. It's going to open your eyes if you watch it intently and seriously and take it seriously. But I don't know, after all of this that's going on now on the internet, I don't know how easy it is for you guys to be able to take any of them seriously. And Dr. Boyce Watkins, he is a financial literacy expert. He knows his stuff when it comes to finances and investing. He has that. He's the guy. He's the go-to guy. But even him, you know, and I think the issue started with Dr. Boyce Watkins. So let's go there. So Dr. Umar Johnson, like I said, he's a school psychologist. He is under attack on social media. Aside from the issues that he's having with Dr. Boyce Watkins and Tariq Nasheed, he's already under fire online right now. Despite that, I continue to watch his videos because I support his vision. He has a vision to open an all-boys school somewhere in this country. He's been across the country looking for schools to buy so that he can open up a residential treatment educational institution for these young boys who are at risk in our neighborhoods, in our communities. It's a good thing. He has a great vision. He has a curriculum that is bar none. And it's just a powerful vision. You guys have to go watch his videos. So he's raising money for his school. Now, the way he's raising money has raised some questions in the Black community with his followers, because they're wondering, okay, you set a goal. First of all, he set a goal for how much he wanted to come up with. I think his initial goal was $1 million. Then he increased the amount, I think, to $2 million. But according to, I think, his campaign, he has only raised a little over 100,000. That's not enough money. He has not raised enough money. So I have to make that clear because he's under attack. Now, granted, he's been raising this money for several years now. It's been maybe 3 or 4 years. And people are really going in on him. What do you say, Hippolyte? But their wrongs cannot wash away all the good things they have done and continue to do. I think you should separate their personal issues with each other from what they are doing for the Black. Exactly. We're going to get into that because there is a difference, right? But the thing is, and I must say, this is the reason why I'm making this video, Hippolyte, because the personal issues are bleeding over into their work. It's infecting their work that they're doing because they are public entities. They're public figures. You get what I'm saying? They're using their platforms to fight each other and go back and forth. I'm going to get into what's happening. I'm going to get into all of that. So like I said, Dr. Umar Johnson is raising this money for his school. He's nowhere near close to the amount that I know that he needs. Because to open up to, you're talking about he's building an institution, residential program at that. It costs money. It costs lots and lots of money. You guys, please share this video with your followers. To build a school, it costs lots and lots of money. So I guess he wants to do it in stages where he buys the school. He buys the land, the property. Then from there, he's going to have to develop the school. I'm sure it's going to cost a lot of money in renovations. He's going to have to get equipment for the school, not to mention staff salaries. Like all of this costs money, but the money that he's raising is only purpose for the purchasing of the school itself. And his followers are like, where is the school? Why have you not purchased a school? He's going all around the country looking for a school, a perfect location for his school. Granted, it takes time. And I think that part of the problem is that he is doing it by himself. You know, you can't be a one-man team. You have to have a team. When you have a vision that is so big, because his vision is big, you have to have a team behind you. But I support him. He has a team. He has a lot of people that follow him and support him. A lot of people have donated to his campaign. Then, aside from all this backlash, I mean, his fans are attacking him. People who have donated to his campaign are attacking this doctor, Umar Johnson, because there's no school yet. And now, while he's under attack, and this is what bothers me, he's under attack, and then you have Dr. Boyce Watkins puts his 2 cents in there. He has to add his 2 cents to the drama. You would think all of this stuff is going on. He's surrounded by all this controversy, right? Not to mention the stripper controversy. He was framed just like Kevin Hart, and we all know, right? A man should take responsibility for his actions, especially sexual behavior. But sometimes people get set up, and I believe Kevin Hart was set up and Dr. Umar Johnson was set up. Because that's what happens when you're doing something great. You're on a path towards greatness, right? You have this big vision. You're a leader. You're doing something positive. Trust and believe. You're going to have some haters. You're going to have somebody trying to come and tear you down. That's what the man is dealing with, y'all. So you would think when you have all of this going on, right, that other leaders like Dr. Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed doesn't want to claim himself as a leader because he doesn't want the responsibility of a leader. But Tariq Nasheed, you might as well say you're a leader. You have a following. You're a black man. You're talking about black issues that affect the black community. Your ass is a leader, whether you want to say it or not. You would think he would have the support of other leaders. But where is Dr. Umar Johnson's support? He doesn't have it. He doesn't have support from other leaders. If anything, the issue here at hand, which is the reason why I made this video, is that they are attacking him. And Dr. Umar Johnson, according to Dr. Umar Johnson, right, he got a call from Dr. Boyce Watkins. They met and did a photo shoot. Dr. Umar Johnson says, after the photo shoot, Dr. Boyce Watkins goes online, uses his platform to add to the drama. Hearing that just disgusts me. You get what I'm saying? People are so thirsty for attention on social media. It's sad. It's so sad how we tear each other down. But he goes on social media, feed into the drama, and makes a statement saying he doesn't know. He's questioning what Dr. Umar Johnson did with the money. So he's feeding into it. Everybody is questioning. He goes on there and wants to make a post to question his integrity. He's questioning Dr. Umar Johnson's integrity. That's what the haters are doing. They're saying, no, Dr. Umar Johnson, you're not building a school. You're taking that money and using it for yourself. You living off of that money. You're not ever going to build a school. Dr. Boyce Watkins did the same thing. Sad, sad, sad. Then we have Tariq Nasheed. You would think Tariq Nasheed, being that they worked together previously, right? He had this man on his documentary. But no, Tariq Nasheed feeds into it as well and says he's not for Dr. Umar Johnson. He's not against Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm like, are you serious? Even if that's your personal opinion, why do you have to go on social media and make it known publicly? You get what I'm saying? Do you not know what it does to the black community? You are African American. You're black yourself. We are under attack. A lot of people just are sleeping. They're not awake. And that's what bothers me so much, because if they were awake, hello, do you not see what's going on to African Americans across this country, across this world? We should all want to stick together by any means necessary. Whatever beef, whatever disagreement, whatever disappointment you have with another person, why not settle it respectfully and honor? Go to the person. You don't have to go on social media. Because right now, it's just created this circus. We have a circus here. It's a circus entertainment act. What you see happening between Dr. Johnson, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and Tariq Nasheed. It's sad. And I'm like, why hasn't anybody gone to them and tell them this is not right? They need they ass whooped. That's why I was going to title this video. Somebody need they ass whooped, because they do. All three of them. Somebody need to take them in a room, pull their motherfucking pants down, and give them a good old-fashioned ass whooping. Because this is sad. It's embarrassing. You know, especially with Dr. Umar Johnson. And I'm going to get to talking about that in a minute with him, his response, because I understand it's so hard. But being a psychologist, and he keeps saying I'm a clinical psychologist, I think he's just a school psychologist, and there is a difference between school psychology and clinical psychology. The degree that I'm working towards is clinical psychology. It takes a lot more schooling to become a clinical psychologist than it does a school psychologist. School psychologists get their degree at the master's level. I think they have PhD level school psychologists, but most school psychologists, they did 2 years after bachelor's and got a degree in school psychology to become a school psychologist. Different licensing, different training. It's less training, and it's just different than clinical psychology. And I'm thinking, not to say clinical psychologists, you know, we don't have our bad apples in our bunch too, because I'm sure there are plenty that you guys can probably go out there and name that who are already licensed. But come on, Dr. Umar Johnson, you know, even as a school psychologist, people, you have standards. You get what I'm saying? People are looking up to you, even as a school psychologist. And I think what it is that his audience, his clientele is mostly African American women, single parents. So I don't know if he feels that he has a little bit of flexibility, that he can be himself, that he doesn't have to be professional. He doesn't have to conduct himself in a professional manner because he has, you know, poor African American women that just need him so much, need his services so much. Like I said, he does great work. But this video is about what's happening. Men and their egos. This is not a good look for the African American community. And that's essentially what's happening. All of them are doing great work. All of them. Dr. Boyce Watkins, you know, he's a commentator, so I guess he feels he has to add his 2 cents to what's happening with Dr. Umar Johnson, the fact that he hasn't opened his school yet. And then Tariq Nasheed is a radio host / filmmaker. You know, he's in the entertainment industry, might as well say. So he's just making a big show out of it all, right? It's funny to him, and it shouldn't be funny. You know what's happening to Dr. Umar Johnson. It should not be laughing stock, but it's funny to him. And then poor Dr. Umar Johnson, his reaction to all of this, all of these attacks that he's getting from every corner, he is breaking him down. That's what I'm seeing. He's getting broken down like a little baby. He's regressing. So the statement that Tariq Nasheed said that Dr. Umar Johnson ain't opening no school, I'm like, you might be speaking some shit into existence. I would hope that Dr. Umar Johnson has enough strength, has enough support from people around him to fight through this, to get back on the course, to get back focused on the end goal, and to leave all the bullshit behind. It takes a lot. You get what I'm saying? To do that. I hope he will have enough strength and humility in himself to be able to do that. It's so easy. It's so easy to go on social media, to get caught up into the drama. You see somebody make a post about you, then you got to go feel like you got to go make a post about them. And this back and forth, you create this back and forth ignorant shit that should not be taking place on social media. These men are threatening each other. Dr. Umar Johnson is threatening Tariq. They want to fight. Damn near, who knows, want to kill each other. He's like, you know, let me see you in person, because he's taking it personal now. These remarks that Tariq Nasheed is saying on his page, because Tariq Nasheed is going, both of them are going live, back and forth between each other. And Dr. Boyce is just instigating the whole situation. And Dr. Umar Johnson just, he's breaking down. You see it. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to talk about his defensiveness. Because everybody's saying, oh, he's so defensive. He shouldn't be so defensive. When people are asking him, well, what happened to the money? He's getting so defensive. I'm like, hello. First of all, this man, the work that he's doing, first of all, it falls under Black nationalism. For you guys who are not aware of what Black nationalism is, it's a movement. It's a different movement. It's very serious. And the fact that you have people who are very strong believers in the fact that African Americans should be able to unite and thrive economically, politically, socially, by themselves, within a unit of themselves, and not necessarily have to integrate to become successful. It's not a bad idea when you think about it. But I think in practice and logistically and putting into action, it's challenging. It's pretty hard to do that, apparently. Dr. Umar Johnson, he's a part of the Black nationalist movement. He's fighting so hard to build this school. And the idea for the school that he has is that it's going to be an all-Black school, staffed with all Black staff and workers, teachers, all Black. He doesn't want anyone who is at his school who's dating interracially, who's married interracially. Feel free, you guys, to comment, share your comments below. This is an open discussion back and forth, you know. And personally, I think it's a great idea, you know, because I'm a Black affirming believer. I'm all Black, pro-Black, right? And I think the issue here is because right now, like I said, we're in some interesting times where the FBI is attempting to pathologize Blackness, to pathologize people who love their Black identity, and they're labeling it Black extremism. I'm like, Black, how the hell can you be a Black extremist? Black too extreme? I don't know. How can a person be Black extremist, right? It's a dumb ass label that the FBI has come up with to criminalize people who just love themselves, who have a love for the Black community, who just trying to work to uplift and build the Black community. And I'm surprised they haven't labeled Dr. Umar Johnson as a Black extremist. Because basically the FBI is putting this label on Black people to label them terrorists. You get what I'm saying? They're just trying to label them as terrorists. It's sad. Because if you get labeled as a terrorist and you have a movement going, your ass is always going to be under watch by the FBI. Do you know that? They're always going to be watching your ass. Every move you make, they coming for you. They got you. They coming for you. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to have a label as a Black extremist or a Black terrorist, so to speak. When neither of the two applies to Dr. Umar Johnson. This man ain't trying to kill nobody. This man don't want to kill no white people. He just want to uplift Black people in the Black community. And now this is huge outrage. You get what I'm saying? Like, people are really attacking him. And the leaders, Dr. Boyce Watkins and Tariq Nasheed, are joining in. They have fucking got caught up in the loop. You got Tariq Nasheed doing the impersonations of Dr. Umar Johnson. He's mocking him. The way Dr. Umar Johnson speaks, he's making fun of him. And there's nothing to be made fun of. Now, granted, now, all of this is happening in the context of what just happened. We have lost an activist. Erica Garner died, and there was no mention about her from either one of these guys. I didn't see it. Because why? They're so busy going back and forth with each other. Dr. Umar Johnson, he's losing it. And it's sad to say, just because he's a psychologist, right? People, I guess, expect him to be able to resolve conflicts maturely, right? And appropriately, and not act out the way he's acting out. I mean, Grant, you are a psychologist, right? He works with at-risk youth. He's supposed to be a leader in that field, right? In that respect. Be able to be a role model to show young boys this is how you respond to conflict. But he's ready to suit up. And I was like, on one hand, I understand it. Because when you have created something that's so precious, this idea, this plan that he has for the Black community is so precious, right? He's feeling so vulnerable. He feels that he has to protect it. This is his way of he has no other way, I guess, to protect it, but to go back on social media and to fight and argue with these two men. And in doing so, he's destroying his image. I'm like, no. That's why I had to make this video, because I'm like, no, somebody save them. You're destroying your brand. You don't do that. That's the number one thing as a business owner. When you've built something, you don't build it and let people come down and get up under your skin and you destroy your own shit. You don't do that. Yes, Dr. Umar Johnson has every right to be mad as hell right now. Every right to be mad as hell. But I'm like, breathe, brother. You gotta take a step away from it. Pull out of it and just breathe. Breathe, man, so you can think rationally, because he's not in a rational state of mind right now. He's more in a reactive state of mind. He's just reacting to things. It's a trigger for him. He gets online, he sees some shit, and he responds to it right away. You can't do that. People need some lessons in social media. You cannot do that when you have a brand, you're a business owner. Not to say you can't respond, but it's all in how you respond. You don't want people to take you out of your character so that now they got sound bites of you saying stupid stuff. And all they doing is creating memes and making fun of you and using it against you. You don't want that for your brand, your business. Granted, now he is a lecturer, so he goes around the country. He does these lectures and talks and stuff. He charges for them as well, But he has this vision that hasn't even taken fold yet. It hasn't even unfolded yet. And come on, you don't want to throw that down the drain. That's my biggest fear. It's like, everybody is saying he's not going to open the school. And I feel like, on one hand, if y'all keep attacking this man and he don't get some help, psychological help, because he need it. There's nothing wrong with getting psychological help, by the way. Therapists need therapists. Doctors need doctors. We all need help. We all need somebody we can go to and talk to. And if he doesn't get that help, I can see that happening. I can see that coming to fruition, that the school is just not going to happen. What people are speaking over his school, the negativity that they're speaking to say that it's not going to be no school, I can see that happening. The way it's going, I'm like, we have to be smart and strategic. And that's another thing. This whole Black conscious movement, nothing wrong with it, right? You have a group of people, and it's been going on since God knows when. Black power back in the 60s, 50s, 40s. Like, this stuff has been going on forever. Since the civil rights movement. Black people just fighting. The name has changed. The names of the movement, the name has changed, but it's still the same. The mission and purpose is still the same. Just Black people coming together trying to fight for civil rights, for our rights, human rights. And when it comes to Black consciousness and the work that they're doing, I feel like it's very serious work, right? There are all kinds of other organizations out there ran by white people, and they're secret, they're private. And they're private for a reason, secret societies. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to a Black organization designed to protect the well-being of African Americans. Our shit is just all out there. It's exploited. It's all out there in the open. You know? Nobody moves in silence no more. Everybody feel they got to go to social media and tell, this is what I'm doing, you know? So every step of the way, Dr. Umar Johnson has gone online and told his following and people, strangers, haters, every step that he's doing to build his school. Every step of the way, he's going and he's putting it out there to social media. I don't think that's a good move. That's not a good, smart business move. You don't do that. Especially with what he's doing. His vision is so sacred. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say I love all three of these men. And I feel like what they're doing needs to be addressed. Because Dr. Umar Johnson's vision is so sacred. So powerful. I see the vision. You know how they make the statement, and it's often quoted, that everybody don't understand your vision, so your vision is not meant for everybody. I see his vision. I understand it wholeheartedly, right? Support it 100%. But that's not something that I feel he should take to social media. You discuss those things in private. You get what I'm saying? Because you have people who will tear your shit up. That goes for anything. You got a business idea. This is a new year, 2018, the first day of a new year. You know God has given you this idea, this vision. You don't go run and tell people on social media. And then not only that, but tell them all the details of it. And then step-by-step plan, or this is what I want to do. This is this. No, you don't do that. Look what's happening to Dr. Umar Johnson. This man went on there and telling everybody his plan, his vision for his school. What kind of people he want working there. He even went to say he don't want no gays working there. And it's like, no shit, no wonder your ass is under attack. Not to say he can't stand firm on his vision and his belief, right? Because it's his belief. But come on. What the hell do you expect? You think they're going to sit back and just let you do it? Let you open a school when you saying you don't want no gay staff working there? You're going to teach the kids to be against homosexuality? When you know the LGBT movement is as strong as it is in our country, you know there's a push for homosexuality, even in the school system. And yet you take a risk to go and share this information with the world and telling the whole, he gave the blueprint for his business plan on social media to open this school. So everybody know the curriculum and everything that he plans to do. Now, on one hand, it's a good thing to be open and upfront, right? You wanna share what's going on, because you got people you asking for donations. So you have to divulge information. But to what extent? You get what I'm saying? This man that went out there and put all his business out there, and it's like, no wonder your ass is on this common sense. No wonder you under attack. Because guess what? The secret, they got out the bag. That's like Jesus. For you guys who believe in the story of Jesus. They knew he was going to be born. That's why they had ordered to kill all of those young boys in that town at the time that Jesus was born, and he had to be hidden. Because word had got out. You see what happens when word get out? And all the controversy that happens around it? When you talking too damn much. Just talking too much. And then you got Tariq Nasheed, supposed to be on his side, asked Dr. Umar Johnson to be a part of his documentary. Tariq Nasheed supposed to be on this man's side. You'd think they were on the same team, but no, Tariq Nasheed got his own agenda. Everybody trying to get money. Everybody trying to get some recognition. Everybody trying to eat, right? So whatever drives more views to his page, you get what I'm saying? It's all about entertainment. He's good at what he does, right? His impersonations of Dr. Umar Johnson, just acting a clown. He's good at what he does, and it's very entertaining. But what is that entertainment doing for the movement, for the cause? Because that's my thing. You always gotta bring it back to focus. Go back to the goal. We can have fun all day, joke, jive, act the goddamn fool, right? But at the end of the day, how is this helping the plan? How is this contributing to the goal? How is this getting us one step closer to the goal? If Tariq wanted to say he's not a part of the conscious community, he has nothing to do with that, he's not a leader, okay, ask yourself, Tariq Nasheed, how is this building your business? You are a businessman. How is this driving sales to your documentary, your documentaries? Is it helping? Because if it's not, you shouldn't be doing it. Perhaps it is helping his sales. That's probably why he's doing it. You get what I'm saying? But how is it affecting the Black community? We have to look at, go back to the goal. Go back to the mission statement. We know that there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the Black community. We see it. Police brutality ain't going nowhere. Racism ain't going nowhere. White supremacy ain't going nowhere. This shit is here to stay forever, you guys. Sorry to break the news. So knowing all of that, knowing that we have work to do in the Black community, why? Let's stop with the foolishness. This is foolish. We can't do that. We can have fun, yes, but let's bring it back. We got to come back down to earth. You get what I'm saying? And realize that this is not helping. This is hurting the Black community. You have people dying. And we have discussions about, oh, okay, why can't the Black community, why is the Black community suffering so much? We do it to ourselves a lot of times. Yes, a lot of it comes inflicted by the system. But a lot of our suffering comes from each other. We do it to ourselves. Just what's happening now with Dr. Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed. They're doing it to themselves. They don't know how this is negatively impacting the Black community. And I'm going to tell you guys just how it's impacting it. You guys can see it. People look up to these men. They believe in them. They believe every word that comes out of their mouth. They follow them religiously. And then there's fighting amongst them. What is it doing? It's getting people to focus on the negativity as opposed to the mission, their purpose. We need to be focused on Black consciousness, raising awareness in the Black community. Instead of that, our attention has been drawn to ignorance. Tariq Nasheed in his video goes to say this, he put an insert in his live video, to bash Dr. Umar Johnson. He had a picture of Dr. Umar Johnson when he was in his documentary, speaking the truth. This man gonna do a close-up of this man's lip talking about, look, he had herpes in my documentary. I'm like, are you freaking serious, dude? How immature is that? Not only has Dr. Umar Johnson regressed and become like a baby, Tariq Nasheed is acting like a baby. He has regressed. He's not acting his age. Speaking of age, Dr. Boyce Watkins is 40s. All these men are in their 40s. Beautiful, wise men in their 40s. Dr. Boyce Watkins is 46. Tariq Nasheed is 43, as well as Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson is also 43. And they acting like this. Just acting like clowns. When I first saw it, our acquaintance came over and showed me the video, and I just could not believe it yesterday when I was watching it. I'm like, I initially thought, this is a hoax. They're just doing it to promote whatever they're trying to sell, right? People do that shit all the time because they know people love drama. But then as I continue to watch, I'm like, no, this is some serious stuff here. These men are really going back and forth at each other on social media. How embarrassing is that? You get what I'm saying? That does not strengthen our movement, because people are not going to take you seriously, let alone the movement that you are attached to. They're not going to take it seriously. They're like, come on, this is a joke. This is a joke. These men ain't serious about no black community. They ain't serious about the suffering in the black community, the killings, the injustices that are happening. They ain't serious about that. That's what people are going to sit up here and watch these videos. These men acting a pure fool. I'm like, come on, y'all. I know it's hard when you're under attack. As I've been under attack as a leader, but you have to refocus. You have to, first of all, step away from social media, because that shit don't help. What happens when you go on social media and you're under attack and you're a leader and you're reading negative comments? That stuff, you start to internalize those negative comments. And then, of course, naturally, you're going to feel a need to defend yourself. You're going to become defensive. And you're going to go online because you have a platform and you know that people are going to watch and you're going to get views. And then you're going to go and start defending yourself and losing it. These men have completely lost it. Oh my gosh, come on. It bothers me. You have to unplug from social media. And then you have to focus on your mission. And when you unplug from social media, when you're under attack, because trust me, you're going to be under attack. You're a leader and you got something good going, it's big. You ask you, they're going to come for you. They coming for you. The haters coming for you, child. And when it happens, just unplug. Unplug from the media. Meditate. You get what I'm saying? And use that, because you can't just totally ignore it, right? So you're going to see some of those comments. Read those comments, but allow them to motivate you to work hard at your mission. I don't understand why people take that energy and instead of working hard at their mission, they waste the energy. Energy is diverted towards negativity and foolishness. Nobody's talking about the black community no more and the work that needs to be done. People are engaging in social media battles back and forth. Personally, I don't do that. I can't do it. I can't allow myself to go back and forth. I may get on social media and may address some things that people have said and different comments people have said against me and my brand, but I will not go, you cannot go back and forth, and you cannot allow them to take you out of your character. You cannot. Because that's the whole plan of destruction. That's the goal of destruction. If they can take you out of your character to get you to destroy your own image, bingo, they've won. You don't want that. So yes, you have to work. It requires work. It requires self-discipline, which I feel like at this time, this moment, they're lacking it. The responsibility is really being placed on Dr. Umar's shoulders because Tariq already said, I ain't no conscious leader. So he tried to leave himself from that responsibility, right? So he felt he can just say whatever. And that's the thing, Dr. Umar Johnson and other leaders who are watching. When you know that you are held to a higher standard because of your calling, you have to be careful who you associate yourself with. Maybe at the time when Dr. Umar Johnson agreed to do that video, to be a part of the documentary Hidden Colors, maybe he didn't know that Tariq Nasheed was just a Hollywood entertainer. Just somebody in Hollywood just, making entertaining documentaries. He probably thought that Tariq Nasheed was really serious, right? Strong fist, black power. But no. He had to learn the hard way that this man doesn't care about him or the movement for that matter. So Dr. Umar Johnson has much higher standard of responsibility than these guys who are attacking him, than Dr. Boyce Watkins and Tariq Nasheed. They can get on there and act a fool and use profanity, call each other out their name, and just say stupid stuff, right? Just for likes. Dr. Umar Johnson cannot do that. And the mistake that he's made is that he's doing it. He's allowed himself to do that, to stoop to their level. And it's not helping. It's not helping his plan whatsoever to open that school. Because people are looking at him like, okay, we got all these donations and you still ain't opened the school yet. And on top of that, look at your character. Look at what you're doing. Look how you're responding to Dr. Boyce Watkins and Tariq Nasheed. When people see that, they're really not going to support your school. They're really going to start going and attack him and say, yep, I told you so. I told you he was a fraud. I told you. You get what I'm saying? Just because he has slipped out of his character and went hood on their behind. He ready to fight. He is calling them bitches and saying that Dr. Boyce Watkins had a moist ass. I'm like, what is all this talk about ass? And being gay. It's like I feel like all three of these men have regressed to act like children. All three of them have regressed. All three of them have egos to protect. And they feel some kind of way. And I'm like, Dr. Umar, you got to be strong, man. You know, because I'm with you. I stand alongside Dr. Umar Johnson. Why? Despite all of this controversy around his name, I stand beside him because he is serious about that school. He is serious about the vision. And I realize that he is only a human being. He's only human, right? It happens. It's happened to a lot of leaders who've been under attack. And they've given in and they've said some things that they should not have said publicly. You know, have acted some ways in the public eye that they should not have acted. And it brings shame to the community at large. It's hard, man. It's hard being a leader. The responsibility that Dr. Umar Johnson has tasked himself with, he calls himself the Prince of Pan-Africanism. It's hard. That's a huge title to wear. Because you know people are going to hold you to that title. And as they hold you to that title, everything you do is under scrutiny. Every single thing. You can't be human. You got to be superhuman to be a leader. And to wear that title that he's wearing. And the fact that he's acting this way, come on. You know, Dr. Umar Johnson, come on. You know, that's in the past. We in a new year. Let that be in the past. Let them fools say what they want to say. And this is the way I say. This is the way you can get revenge. Because I know you feel inclined to respond, to get defensive, to jump on their throats. You probably want to go send your goons after them. You probably want to go square up with them yourself. Don't do that. It's not helping your vision. It's not helping the mission. Stay focused. That's what I'm all about. Because it's hard. You got a big ass business plan. Sometimes it's hard to stick to that plan because you got all of this shit. So many distractions just all around you. And you're just like, Lord, what can I do? How can I stay focused? And sometimes social media doesn't help. Social media is a great tool to use to build your platform. I've built the platform of social media. But if you're not careful, people use it in the wrong way. They go to social media and they vent and they share this stuff and they get caught up with the back and forth. Don't do it. Stop doing it. Leave that in 2017. You're human. You know, forgive yourself for doing it. It's a mistake that you've made. It's out there. It's been done. Do something different in 2018. I know you can do it, Dr. Umar Johnson. And people who support Dr. Umar Johnson, y'all don't fuel the fire. with negative comments, just give him support. He needs as much support as he can get. Go to his website. Go to his, I don't even think he has a YouTube channel, but he does have a Facebook page. Go to his, and I think it's under his real name. Go to his Facebook page, support him, leave positive words of encouragement for Dr. Umar Johnson so that he can fight through this and get through this. And I'm hoping that Dr. Umar Johnson, you watching this video, please get a mentor. Please get a team. Please get some professional help. It's not to say that you are crazy or something is wrong with you, but you're in the field of psychology. You know how important it is to have self-care. We talk about it all the time. Self-care is so important, especially when you're working and treating people. You get what I'm saying? You have all of these burdens dropped on your back. People coming to you with their problems, you know, and you have your own personal problems. You need to take care of yourself. That's not just eating good. You get what I'm saying? But mentally, you need to have somebody you can talk to. You get what I'm saying? To get this stuff off your chest. I know you got a lot of shit you got to get off your chest. Sometimes it's not meant for social media, because if you go to social media and you say everything that's on your mind, I know you got some shit that you want as negative things that, you know, you got to get off your chest, off your mind, but it's not necessarily meant for social media. It's not. It's not meant for social media. You know, you got to stop yourself and be wise and know that while you may not have a desire to work for Pennsylvania school system anymore, you may even have a desire to keep your license, whatever the case may be. Because I think it's a lot of times when people get success, right, a certain level of success, especially independent success, they feel like, I don't need corporate America. I don't need a job, right? So I can do what I want to do. I don't have to live up to anybody's ethical standards of the profession because I'm a free agent. I can do what I want to do. And it's just like, no. You know, I feel like Doctor, he needs an accountability partner, somebody that holds him to a standard. Somebody that says, no, man. And it's not that, I know people, black people, we don't like to be controlled. We don't like to be told what to do. We like freedom to do what we want to do, but no. As leaders, we all need accountability partners. We all need somebody to say no. A manager, somebody to that effect to say no. Don't you do that. Don't you pick up that phone and go live. Don't you feed into Tariq Nasheed's ignorance or Dr. Boyce Watkins' ignorance, because their role in the black community is different than your role, Dr. Umar Johnson. You are a doctor. You are a psychologist. You get what I'm saying? You, like you call yourself, you are the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Dr. Boyce Watkins is just a commentator. You get what I'm saying? He's a financial literacy expert, a radio host. Tariq Nasheed is a filmmaker. He's a radio host. He's already said he is not a leader. You get what I'm saying? So the work that he's an artist. Artists can say what they want to say. They use their talent, their gifts to express themselves any way they want to do. The role that you have, Dr. Umar Johnson, you cannot do that. Marcus wrote, and we're talking about the issues that are happening now, this riffraff between Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and Tariq Nasheed. All three of them are black men, very wise black men who are conscious in their own way. All three of them are very conscious about what's happening, the issues that are affecting the black community. And all of them have their way of responding to that. Like I said, Tariq Nasheed created a documentary series that addresses those issues. Dr. Boyce Watkins, he addresses it through his financial literacy programs, because we know how important economics is to building up the black community. And Dr. Umar Johnson is addressing it with his school, his vision that he has to build a school. So all three of them have a solution in their own way, a road to fixing the problem. It can't take one man, so don't try to put the whole burden on one man to fix the whole goddamn problems in America affecting the Black community. It's not going to happen. But the fact that everybody can join in and everybody has their own role and responsibility. And now they're just attacking each other. They're attacking each other because Dr. Umar Johnson was already under attack. I'm about to end this video because I think I've said enough and I've address what I wanted to address in this video. But before I end this, it started with Dr. Umar Johnson being already under attack because he's raising money for his school. It's been like 3-4 years now and there's no school yet. And let me speak on that because you guys don't know, it takes time to build a school. This is an institution. It's a residential school, meaning these boys that he wants to work with, they're going to live there 24/7. There's a lot of regulations that come along with opening a school. So it's not something that you can just say, okay, I got a vision to open a school when you can go and do it overnight. It don't happen that way, you guys. Some people, I think, got this false perception that it does. And we know that with more money comes more freedom. So yeah, when you sitting on $20 million, $100 million, you can go out there and you can make things happen a little bit faster. But if you're only working with 100 grand, you get what I'm saying? And you're talking about a school that costs money. You're talking about a school, multi-million-dollar project. It's not something that you can just throw up overnight. It's not going to happen. And I feel like the people that follow Dr. Umar Johnson, his fans, and especially those who have donated to the campaign, are very frustrated because they want to see results. I reached out to Dr. Umar Johnson a while back and I told him, I say, I get it on both sides. I understand it. These people want to see results. You have their money and you've been sitting on it for 3-4 years. They want to see results. How about opening an after-school program? It costs less. Startup costs are way less than a residential school. But everybody has their vision. I don't know how flexible he is to changing his plan, his business plan, because that's the thing. When a person, they have their mindset and they have a vision, that's their vision, right? But I feel like that's where a team will be helpful for Dr. Umar Johnson, to have a team of people who are serious, people who are professional, respectful, who really see things the way he does. You have to be in alignment. Have to be in alignment with each other. Get you a team, man. Organize it. You can form a corporation, have board meetings. You get what I'm saying? Sit down with people who have different perspectives, because that's needed too. It's not always about your perspective. I feel like you said, Marcus wrote, intelligent Black men. It happens to the best of us. You feel like you get educated. You got your degree, right? Nobody can't tell you nothing. You want to do everything by yourself. And that's a disease by itself. It's called narcissism. I know it's hard to swallow that pill, but you get what I'm saying? If you had a mentor, your mentor would tell you these things and say, come on, brother. Come on. You can't do this. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do it to the Black community. It's not helping. It's hurting us. You get what I'm saying? Get a team of people who see your vision, understand your vision. Y'all meet, have regular, maybe monthly meetings to come up with a real plan, a strategic plan to get this school open. Because I believe it can get open. This school gonna open. You're gonna open a school. Forget what these goddamn haters are saying about you not opening the school. This school is going to get open. You better open this school. And you have to pull yourself together. Get off of social media. Use social media, yes, for updates, to stay in contact with your fans. That's so important. You have to stay in contact with your people, right? But at the same time, come on, don't use it for what you've been using it for. That's childish. That's y'all. I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, y'all have regressed. You're acting like little kids. This is a circus act. Don't become a circus act, Dr. Umar Johnson. Don't feed into that. Let Tariq, let Dr. Boyce Watkins and anybody else who want to be entertainers and coons, as you call them, let them do that. Don't you do that. Don't you respond. When you're angry, don't you get on there and do that. Think, slow down, like you teach the kids. You got to breathe. Think. You have to slow down. When you get angry, you got to slow yourself down. People say count to 10, but the reason being is that when your emotions, you get emotionally riled up, it affects your cognitive processes in a negative way. When you become angry, forget thinking logically. Forget about it. It ain't going to happen. You have to slow down. Calm yourself down so you are balanced. Use that energy because the anger serves a purpose. So that energy, that angry energy serves a purpose. That can be your motivation and fuel to work harder. But don't use that as your fuel to go on their social media and start bashing people, other black men who are also doing great works. I understand you're mad. Like I said, you have every right and reason to be angry and furious. Because I'm mad for you. Because this shit is pathetic. You get what I'm saying? We can't be doing this in the black. It's just sad. We have to pull together. I know it's so hard. And I feel like that's the reason why it's so hard. Because the things that Tariq Nasheed has said about Dr. Umar, he's dragging his name through the mud. And yet Dr. Umar was a part of his documentary. You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure when they were working together and filming the documentary, Tariq Nasheed didn't feel that way about Dr. Umar. But now there's this whole drama online that his fans, Dr. Umar Johnson's followers have started, who have become frustrated with Dr. Umar Johnson. Tariq Nasheed is feeding into that shit. He's feeding into it. And now they've fallen out. They're not even business partners anymore. You know? So I understand why people are very reluctant to doing business with other black people, because you just got to keep it real. We already carrying some shit on our shoulders. Black people, we carry a lot of stuff with us, right? That's just the reality. We have a lot of black people have trust issues when the system is who we should have a trust issue with, but we put all of our faith in God, aka the government, and we don't trust each other. We have no trust for each other whatsoever. You can have 3 successful, strong black men, wise black men, beautiful visions, and they cannot work together. Egos get in the way. Everybody want to be the top dog, the head. They call it head nigga in charge. HNIC, as they call it. You know, instead of coming together and being able to work together for a common goal. How hard is that? And then I'm about to end this video, you know, because I can go on and on. But Dr. Umar Johnson, you know, he made the comment to say how Tariq Nasheed, you know, he's trying to attack, you know, because he feels under attack. So his response is just to attack Tariq Nasheed's brand. So he goes to say, you know, Tariq Nasheed hired a white crew to film the Hidden Color series. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson's vision, like I said, I support it 100%. I get it. It aligns with the Black nationalist movement. For you guys who don't know what it is, just Google it. Black nationalism. It's an important movement. Every other race has their camaraderie, their unity, and it's not criminalized. It's not seen as a terrorist movement or a threat to the structure. Little China is everywhere in every major city you go to. LA, I live out here in LA. You got a Little China. You get what I'm saying? Little Italy in New York. Little China everywhere. They got their own. It's important to have unity within your ethnic group of people who speak the same common language, have the same goals and visions, same culture. It's nothing wrong with banding together as a race. You get what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with black nationalism. That's what Dr. Umar Johnson is all about. On the other hand, there's this thing called integration. Not a bad thing either, right? Both of them may have their ups and both of them have their advantages and disadvantages. Integration is not necessarily a bad thing either. And I see that Tariq Nasheed is more of an integrationist, you know? And that's what Dr. Umar Johnson spoke on, the fact that Tariq Nasheed hired an all-white crew to film and edit his documentaries. There's no necessarily no harm in that, but from a black nationalist point of view, it is, because economically, you know, if the goal is to enrich the African American community, make us more economically strong and vibrant, then the idea of keeping the black money in black hands is so important in all aspects. You get what I'm saying? And the fact that he has this, it's a conscious documentary. The whole documentary is just dedicated to raising consciousness in the black community of these issues that are affecting us day to day. You get what I'm saying? Very positive documentary. And Dr. Umar Johnson raises the point that Tariq Nasheed should have hired an all-black staff. What do you guys think about that? Because I'm going to have mixed feelings about that. You know, I don't necessarily agree with that. I understand it. I definitely understand the logic. It makes complete sense. But I don't know if I agree with that 100%, because white people can do great work. And my thing is, who can get the job done efficiently, professionally. I want to help you buy Black Wall Street. We spend too much time arguing with each other, sneakers with black barbershop, and complaining about them charging $20 for a haircut. I was about 2-3 years. Finish your comment, Marcus Rowan. I know you have more to say. Yeah, man. It's going to take a lot more than just knowing and having a vision. The vision is good. We start with the vision, but it's going to take some self-discipline, some real wisdom, because we're talking about very wise men. Even though he's acting the way he's acting, because he's having an episode. That's what we call it in psychology. You're having an episode. He's having an episode. They've triggered an episode in his man. We have to be able to think rationally, man. We have to be self-disciplined. It's hard. I know how easy it is to say, all right, what? Somebody said what? Let me go in here and put them in check. But then you ain't putting nobody in check. Because Tariq is laughing. He's going to get back on there and just going to say some more stuff. And it's going to be this back and forth thing. I was saying I was a barber for 3 years. We have to learn to pay the same prices they will give to other ethnic groups. And stop. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. That's another issue when it comes to black economics, right? We don't want to pay. We'll pay our own. We feel like we don't want to pay our own as much as we pay other races. That's a problem. Pay people for what they're worth. It's conditioning. My research is dedicated on that, to the black identity and implicit racial bias in the black community, because there is a lot of bias in so many different aspects, especially in our spending. You know, but the bias is psychological. It comes from social conditioning. We have literally been brainwashed to believe that everything associated with black is bad and everything associated with white is good. Everything. So when it comes down to black businesses, people see it as, oh, they not good. They just all this negative stuff. It's not even worth repeating, right? Well, we know that's not the case. It's not the case. But people want to make it about race when it comes to efficiency in a business and say, oh, it's about the color of the person's skin. That's black people. Black people don't know how to do business. It's not the race. It's just talking about startup. That's common amongst all startup businesses. That's common across the board, regardless of race. You know, where you have black businesses or businesses altogether not delivering their services, you know, how they're supposed to, or the product, you know, is a half-assed product. That's across the board. That has to do with simply being a new business owner, because it takes time to build a brand. It takes time to get your services. All that shit takes time, y'all. And that every business goes through that ugly phase where shit just is not right. Things are not right. It takes time. You're not going to just create a business and go from being a new business to a Fortune 500 company that's very well organized. And even when you look in those organizations and those companies, they got flaws too. Businesses that are worth billions of dollars and hundreds of millions of dollars, they have flaws too. But nobody complains about that. There are 3 grocery stores in my neighborhood. All of them are owned by Hispanic. You see exactly. They come in and they take our money. And that's the whole point. That's the reason why I'm fighting for Dr. Umar Johnson in this video, because Dr. Umar Johnson gets it. If anybody in the black community understands it the way, how it should be understood, Dr. Umar Johnson, he understands the problem. And he is not afraid. He has the courage to bring about a solution. This man is unapologetically black. He is not afraid to stand up for his people, even in the face of white supremacy, who says black people should integrate. Black people should succumb and submit to white people. This man is willing, he's fighting to build this school, to open this school. That really contradicts everything that white supremacy says. And the way the status quo is. You get what I'm saying? It goes against that. That's why he's getting so much backlash. Because you're talking about creating a whole new system here. He ain't just talking about creating a whole new school. He's talking about, excuse me guys, he's talking about creating a whole new system. The school is going to operate under a whole new system, a whole new way of doing things. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with creating a system, especially if it works, that's different, that provides solutions to a problem, a social problem. I pride people who can do that. It's hard. It's hard out here to do that, man, because you got so many people, especially African American people, they don't resist it. They don't want to resist the system. They're like, shut up, black people. Let's just integrate. Let's just do what the white man says. Let's just play by their rules. Let's just exist. Let's just be here. Very few people are saying, no, 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 no. The system is wrong. Let's go out there and create our own system. Let's go out there and create our own schools, our own hospitals, our own everything, banks. Very few black people are willing to do that. Dr. Umar Johnson, he's one of the few who is. That's why I respect him. Because he wants to create a village for the black community. A black Wall Street, so to speak. That is part of his vision. And you got some goddamn Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Boyce Watkins trying to they've oh my gosh, they've drank the juice. They got sucked up into the fucking bullshit of what's going on social media. You got some haters on social media commenting, saying all these negative things, throwing shots at Dr. Umar Johnson, probably white people. Because I've seen the YouTube videos and I've read the comments. And I'm like, these people have to be white. And if they ain't, what kind of black people are these? They don't see that this man is creating a vision that's going to help the black community. Of course, it's going to face opposition from white people. Of course, the system, they don't want us to step apart and to build our own schools. They don't want us to step apart and be able to own our own grocery stores. They don't want that, to be independent of them, to be able to survive and thrive. They happened before with Black Wall Street, and look what happened, what they did to Black Wall Street. They bombed it. So no, they don't want that. Of course he's going to face opposition, you guys. This is my take. I have to end this video. I can go on and on and on and on for days. But this is my take. Of course there's going to be opposition. And knowing that as a black person, do you love yourself? To me, that's the measure. And I'm glad I'm doing this research. I'm about to embark on this research, you guys, within my PhD studies. And just looking at different components of the black community and where we stand. But what I'm starting to notice is that it's a measure of one's black identity. It's a measure of one's affiliation to the black race. And what I'm understanding and what I'm noticing is that we got different, what they call it, what's the name, did the movie 50 Shades of Grey. But we got 50 shades of blackness. So that means there's so many different types of black people that exist out here. We are not the same, unfortunately. That's what they say. Why can't there be any unity in the black community? I don't know if anybody else has said it, but I will say it. It's because we got different kinds of black people. You got the Umar Johnson black, who is 100% just black. You get what I'm saying? Yes, he has his flaws, right? But he's all black. He's all about black, as much as he can be anyway. Now, yes, to a certain degree, we all have a dependence and reliance on white people, white businesses. So, yes, I'm sure the soap that Dr. Umar Johnson washes his ass with was made by a white-owned company. But, you know, ultimately, his vision is that we don't have to rely on the white man for nothing, absolutely nothing at all. Which I don't know. I don't know how close we are to fulfilling that, because even our lights, right? We think about the light company, which is a monopoly. You know, it's only a few electric companies in every city. Probably just one electric company in every city. So how the hell is that going to be possible? We're going to have to find a way to create our own electricity to completely remove ourselves from white people. You get what I'm saying? That's a hard task. But as I was saying, there's different shades of black. And then you have Tariq Nasheed black, who's kind of like in the middle. He understands it. He understands that we have these social issues that affect the black community. You know, but he in a good place financially right now. He has a wife. He has kids. He has income coming in. He has a moderate amount of success. So he's good, you know? And he's about integration. He's like, let's not separate ourselves from white people. Let's integrate, you know? Let's use white people to help us build whatever we're trying to build. So that's another approach. I feel like with so many different approaches to this problem, to going about the solution to the problem, that's where we have the bickering. That's where all of the fights and social media back and forth comes from, because just people got different opinions. Everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody want to be the head nigga in charge. Unfortunately, you know? instead of just finding a way. And it takes a little bit more brain power now to find a way when you recognize that, yes, there are 1,000 different shades of black people out there. That means 1,000 different approaches on this problem that we have. How can we come together in a room so that we can everybody can input their perspective and it can be appreciated and we can use it to advance the black community? We have to come down from our high emotional state. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's all riled up emotionally. Come down from that to be able to think logically and to have a meeting where we have a monthly or annual black conference, and we come together and we discuss these things, and everybody has a chance to voice their opinion, and we don't get so riled up where we're like, fuck you nigga, fuck you bitch, you know, you wet, moist ass, booty ass, like they are really going in just saying crazy stuff to each other, and it ain't helping not one bit. It's a distraction from the goal. I'm like, hello. I seen a video on my page talking about, this guy was talking about, you know, how black men are becoming like women and becoming feminine. I'm like, and they associate feminism with being weak and being argumentative and not having self-discipline. I'm like, okay, let's go along with that definition. That might be true. If we go along with the definition and see women as weak and da-da-da-da, right? And catfighting and bitching and da-da-da-da. Which is not necessarily true, because not all women are like that, but that's unfortunately how they made the association. So let's just go with that, right? If they say men are acting feminine, then what are these three men? What kind of behaviors? Because as a woman, I stand with you, and I'm getting my broker's license. I will keep you updated. Please let me know how I can help you with your research. Yes, we got to come together. But it's just, to me, it's sad, y'all. It's sad that it's hard for black people to just unite and come together. I get it. We have different perspectives on this. Everybody want to be the head Negro in charge. You know, everybody feel like their way is the right way to do things. Unfortunately, that's not necessarily always true. And if only, you know, we can just stick together, come together and have a logical discussion. Come down from all the emotionalism. As I was saying, what have these three men become? Are they becoming effeminate? Are they becoming emasculized? Where they're losing their masculinity? What is happening here? Because like I said, I don't have to end this video. As I said, as an African American woman, I'm traditional in my belief system. So I believe that women should submit to men, and I look up to men to be the ones who have the rational minds. Not to say women can't be rational, but I do place a greater expectation on men to be rational, to be wise decision makers, to have self-discipline and control despite all of this noise that's happening on social media. You get what I'm saying? Just to be strong, to be able to rise through all of it. I'm not saying it's easy. Never said it was easy, but that's what I expect these three men to do. So yes, it's disappointing when I see, like, come on. Because I feel like we all together. So that don't make the black community look good. You know, when you have these men who are regressing and acting like children on social media, and they're supposed to be our leaders. It's so unfortunate, y'all. So, you know, if you're watching this video, if you don't do anything else, at least reach out to Dr. Umar Johnson. Reach out to Tariq Nasheed. Reach out to Dr. Boyce Watkins and tell them, speak positive words of encouragement. You get what I'm saying? Tell them you don't have to be about drama to get views, if that's what their goal is, to get views, to expand their brand. You don't have to tear down the next person to do that. You can uplift. You know, we just posted Ubawa's top 100 authors of 2017 list. Very positive. And it's went viral. You get what I'm saying? People support positivity. You don't have to be about negativity to get attention. I guarantee you, when Dr. Umar Johnson opens his school, it's going to make international news. It don't have to be about positive. It don't have to be about negativity to get attention. Now, as the Bible says, because there's a scripture in the Bible that says all things work together for the good of those who love God. But it's the principle of the matter is this, whether you believe in God or not, that all things shall work together. Trust and believe that. So if he believes it, hopefully he does, even the shit that he's going through now, where his name is being dragged in the mud, all you gotta do is Google Dr. Umar Johnson. You're gonna see some scam shit. You're gonna see some negative videos made about him. People just opposing his movement, just tearing his name down. And it's sad because I'm like, here we have a man that has a good vision, working towards something good. Yet and still, you have people in the black community and white people too. A lot of white people are a part of this and tearing him down. So he's working against this force that's trying to tear him down. Yet he's this man trying to rise up. You know how hard that is. Not only that, but he's fighting for young. Just think about the mission, his mission. His passion is young African American boys, y'all. He really wants to make a difference in these boys' lives, you know? And I see it, but we just have to support each other and stop with it. Stop with this hate. Stop it. Stop it. Stop with the ignorance. It can be fun for a period of time, but come on. We got business to do. We got work to do, you guys. Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed. Come on, y'all. Let's not disappoint the black community in 2018. I gotta go, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. Feel free to continue the discussion below. Share this video with as many people as you can because it's so important. Y'all don't know the state that we're in the black community. Y'all just don't know, but it's so important. It's very important that we just stay focused. Keep our eyes on the end goal and continue to work towards it every single day. Wish you guys much success and blessings in 2018. Love you guys. Take care.